Christ in my life, now my life on fleek. Christ in your life, enemies will flee. Grace in your love, yeah, that's all I need. God give me strength when I feel so weak. Christ in my life, now my life on fleek.
So hello guys, I'm back with another video, and guys, I know I can't believe I'm back on YouTube, but I'm back again. I hate when people come back on YouTube after like 10 years of being off and give absolutely no explanation. So I'm going to explain why I've been off YouTube for 4 years now almost. I basically just stopped doing YouTube videos because I just didn't have anything else I really wanted to add. I just wanted to post videos that I felt could add something onto YouTube. The desire wasn't there for me to want to get up, set up my camera and start filming videos. I had no plans to jump back on. Absolutely no plans. I was just living my life. But you know, coronavirus has hit us all, and I looked back at some of my old videos and I saw some of the questions people were asking about my course, and them asking for more details about my course and how I kind of came about it and what it's about. So yeah, I decided to do a video on the truth about occupational therapy. If you see me looking down on my phone, then it's just the questions that I've kind of put for me to cover all aspects. So why did you choose to study your course, and was it hard to get onto? I chose to study my course because I always wanted to get into like a healthcare based profession. I honestly don't know why, but when I was younger I always said, oh, I want to be a doctor. That dream soon came to an end because I guess I didn't really want to when I found out about the whole 7 years thing. As I got older, I kind of wanted to do something within the healthcare kind of industry, but I didn't want to do like the typical kind of stuff we would hear about, which was nursing and midwifery, if I'm saying that correct. And that was all I really knew. I knew it was nursing, doctor, or midwifery. There was nothing else that they really told us about in college and school. So I kind of thought, okay, what else is out there? I was the type of person that was quite inquisitive, so I would always Google stuff. Any kind of questions I had, I would type it in on Google. So I remember one day when I was in college and I was getting to the point where I needed to pick what I wanted to do, I Googled what other healthcare professions are out there, something along them lines. And the first thing that I stumbled across was physiotherapy. Physiotherapy was basically like a profession where you help people that are struggling to walk or like mobilize and get about because say of like an injury or illness or disability. So you help them, you try to rehabilitate them. That's physiotherapy to my understanding. So I wanted to do that. That sounded like something like me. It kind of sounded active. It kind of sounded like you're really making a difference. But if you guys go back to my old videos, I didn't do physiotherapy because you needed like a B in biology, and biology was not my subject. And I remember also I went to see a physiotherapist. I went there, I kind of just, something about the whole meeting put me off the whole profession. I kind of thought to myself, I don't know if this is something I actually want to do. With physiotherapy, when I researched it and saw it, occupational therapy was always like the related thing. It was always next to physiotherapy whenever I Googled it. So I looked up occupational therapy and it sounded like me. It sounded like something I wanted to do. Also, my mum worked kind of within the setting where she knew about occupational therapy. So when I told her about me researching it, she was like, oh yeah, it's a really, really good profession. From there, I applied for occupational therapy. Was it hard to get onto? I don't know, I would say you have to, with occupational therapy, and I believe most healthcare courses, you have to go to an interview for every single uni you apply to and every uni that is attempting to give you a conditional offer. So I guess it's more if you can prep for interviews and if you're kind of good at interviews. I don't know how it is now, but when I was applying, which was 2014, that's how it was. What is occupational therapy? So occupational therapy, when people ask me what the hell, seriously, most people don't know what occupational therapy is. So with occupational therapists, they kind of deem occupation as being activities. So the best way I can kind of explain it is anything that someone's struggling to do on a daily basis, any activity someone's struggling to do that you wouldn't even think about, because most times we don't struggle to do it because we don't have physical or mental health illness or disabilities. So anything that someone's struggling to do, any basic activity, any activity someone's struggling to do, us as an occupational therapist think to ourselves, what can we do to help this person that's struggling to do this basic activity or struggling to do an activity? Little things such as being able to get out of bed, being able to get in and out of the shower, being able to dress yourself, being able to cook a meal for yourself. That's what we would look at, and that's how we get involved with clients.
It's on the web.
Oh, sorry. You see how shocked I was? Okay, so how was studying to become an occupational therapist at university in comparison to being a qualified occupational therapist now? And was it hard getting a job? So studying occupational therapy was, yeah, it was okay. Like it was a very, very difficult course. Again, if you see in one of my earlier videos where I'm explaining how my first year university was going, I explained how it was really difficult. I almost failed at one point in my first year. There was this like anatomy based exam that was really, really difficult, and a lot of my friends actually in first year, sorry, I feel like I'm out of breath. A lot of my friends actually in first year, well, all of my friends that I would consider friends back then, got kicked off the course, or rather didn't make it to second year because they failed either that exam or other kind of modules. So it was very, very hard, because literally if you failed something once and then you failed it again, that was it, you were off the course. And I remember I had to do it again in August, and yeah, I was shaking, because if I failed, that was it. I was not going to have another chance. In my third year dissertation, there were moments where I thought I am not going to be able to do this. There were moments where I literally just had a breakdown, and there were moments where I thought to myself, how on earth has anybody managed to do this? I just had a newfound respect for anybody that managed to pass uni, because it was like, I don't know, this huge realization that this is not easy. And on top of it, I was working 20 hours a week, 20 something hours a week at Waitrose, my job where I was working. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. You do get a lot of mature students. Occupational therapy is one of them courses where you kind of, a lot of people don't know about it until they've either done a degree or they know someone that's an occupational therapist, or they know someone that works within the health kind of care setting. I was probably one out of the 10 people that actually just came straight from doing A-levels. In comparison to being a qualified occupational therapist now, I feel like this video is going to be rushy because there's so much to talk about. When I finished university, so basically you do placement every year as well for occupational therapy. So when I finished university, I didn't start applying until August. So I finished I graduated July 2018, officially finished May 2018, and then I started applying in August 2018. And a lot of people actually were screaming that that was too late to start applying for like a post-grad job, but I think a lot of people need to understand that your sector, your degree, your kind of career you're trying to go into is individual to everybody, is individual to that career. So for a lot of people, yes, you should start applying whilst you're in uni, mate. If I was doing something like accounts and finance, marketing, I would start applying for a job from January time, and when graduation's in July. I knew the career I was getting into, I knew the prospects for occupational therapy, so I knew August was going to be okay. Yeah, so I finished uni, applied in August, got a job in October, and I didn't start until January 2019 because I chose to. Christmas was coming and I wanted to enjoy some time off, and then I left Waitrose in November 2018. So Waitrose was something else. The drama that I went through in that supermarket, that is another story time in itself. Anyway, we move. Thank God we've left. From August to October, I had about 3 interviews, and then I had 4 interviews in total basically. And on my 4th attempt, that's when I got the job in October. So it took around 2 months for me to get 4 interviews. The 3 interviews that I did prior to the one where I was eventually offered a job was horrendous, because I wanted to work in a physical health setting, and during my university experience I didn't really get any core physical health placement, so I had no idea what they were talking about when it came to the questions. You need to know about dementia, you need to know about elderly people and falls, you need to know about stroke, you need to know about all these things and say what you would do in those situations. Honestly, I did not do good in even the interview where I got offered the job, but I genuinely positively believe it was God that gave me that job, because I did not, if it was based on my own performance, I did not deserve the job. But yeah, I got a job where I was working in a physical health setting. My first ward was on an elderly care ward, my second ward was on a cardiac ward. I chose to do a rotation, where a rotation is where you switch up settings every 6 months in the physical health sector. So that's what I chose to do. And then I left there December 2019. My time working as a qualified occupational therapist was different to anything else I'd ever experienced. There was a lot of responsibility on my shoulder. The good thing about OT is you can work in so many settings. You can work as an OT with kids at a prison, work as an OT in so many different mental health settings. You can work as an OT in a physical health setting, so many different physical health settings. So that's what I like about OT. Do I have regrets about choosing this degree? Absolutely none. Is there a high turnover? I would say in the physical health setting there is, because you can always move to different settings and it's flipping intense. Diversity wise, honestly, there's not a lot of people my colour that do occupational therapy, and I just think it's down to just people just not knowing what it is and what it's about. So I guess I'm trying to help people out there that feel like they're looking for something but they don't know what. And so this is for you guys, I guess, that maybe know about the course or are interested about it, but they don't really know anyone that does it, and they want a little bit more info on what it's like and where it can lead someone. And maybe for people that have no idea what it's about, stumbled across this video and may actually be interested in healthcare, but they just don't know what other options are available. So yeah, catch me again guys. I will definitely be back when I feel there's something for me to post again. I hope you guys are keeping safe in this very, very difficult time. God is with us. Thank you so much for watching.